Welcome to Elevating Your Professional Email Communication. Let's talk about communication. In our professional environments, effective communication is not just helpful, it's crucial. And email, well, it's often the backbone of how we connect with others. Maintaining good email etiquette isn't just about being polite, it's about ensuring our messages are received in the way that we intend and avoiding any potential misunderstandings. Whether you're reaching out to a future employer, your manager, or your colleagues, proper email communication can make sure your message stands out. It helps you command respect and hold the attention of your reader. As we move forward, we'll explore the important elements of crafting an effective email. By focusing on these elements, you're not just sending emails, you're making meaningful connections. Let's explore clear subject lines, using a salutation or greeting, concise messaging, including a call to action when appropriate, and using a professional closing. Subject lines are going to be your email's first impression. Think of them as a headline. They should be precise and relevant to capture the recipient's attention and convey the purpose of your message at a glance. When crafting a subject line, consider the recipient's perspective. What would catch their eye and clearly convey what the email is about? This helps manage their expectation and prioritizes your message in their inbox. Remember, a well-crafted subject line can determine whether your email is opened promptly or lost in a sea of messages. Formal greetings can be quite significant in professional emails. Starting with Dear Name or Dear Mr. Mrs. Last name is a conventional approach that conveys professionalism and respect. This format is especially beneficial in formal settings or when you're addressing someone for the first time. Alternatively, hello name or simply greetings can also be suitable. These options provide a slightly more casual tone while still maintaining professionalism. Your choice should reflect your relationship with the recipient and the context of your message. Always remember, addressing the recipient by name when possible adds a personal touch to the email, making the interaction more engaging. Ultimately, the greeting that you select establishes the tone for the rest of your email, so it's wise to choose thoughtfully. Now let's move into using a professional closing in your email. Concluding your email with a positive note is just as important as the greeting. It leaves a lasting impression and can set the tone for future communications. Here are some examples of some appropriate closings. Respectfully, kind regards, sincerely, or all the best are all appropriate. Notice how all of these closings maintain a professional yet warm tone. Don't forget to also include a signature line beneath your closing. This makes it easy for the recipient to reach you, providing necessary contact details without cluttering your message. Consider which closing best represents both your personal style and the relationship you have with your recipient. Now, let's talk about some tips for success when writing emails. Keep your emails concise. This is key. Deliver the necessary information clearly, making sure that your words are easy to read and free from unnecessary details. This keeps your message focused and respects the recipient's time. Next, using formal grammar and spelling are crucial. Always double check your work. Avoid text abbreviations or overusing punctuation like exclamation points. And remember, obscure acronyms can confuse your reader. Proofreading before hitting send can make a big difference. Finally, include a call to action. Specify what actions you want the recipient to take, like providing feedback or meeting details. This not only clarifies the expectations, but also encourages timely responses. Here are some more tips for effective email communication. Again, clear and concise emails are key to enhancing efficiency and understanding. This approach not only saves time, but also ensures your message is received as intended. Here are some ways you can achieve that. Organize your thoughts before you start writing. This step helps in structuring the email logically and keeps you focused. Focus on one main point. This prevents the email from becoming overwhelming and it keeps your audience engaged. It's important to avoid unnecessary information and ambiguity. Clarity is your best friend in communication. Now let's talk about tone. Striking a balance between formality and friendliness can make a big difference in emails. In a professional setting, always use a formal tone. Avoid slang and be aware of cultural nuances to ensure your message is respectful and appropriate. Courtesy and respect should underpin all your communications. It fosters positive relationships and encourages collaboration. Finally, a practical tip. try reading your emails aloud before sending. This can help you catch any tone issues or awkward phrasing, as well as misspellings or ambiguous messaging. What about following up on messages that you sent? What are the time frames for responding to a professional email, and how do you follow up when you have not received a response? First, you should respond within 24 to 48 business hours. For example, an email that's been received on a Monday should be responded to by Wednesday at the latest. Generally, Saturday and Sunday are not considered business days in most sectors. Then you want to follow up on an email within 5 to 7 days. A suggestion is to follow up within a week of your sent message. For example, if I sent a message on Monday and have not received a response by the following Monday, definitely send that follow-up. Again, this can vary by industry, so you're going to want to check your sector's best practices. Now, how do I craft that follow-up? When you're crafting your follow-up email, you want to be polite and to the point. Begin with a friendly greeting, for example, greetings name, I hope this message finds you well. This helps set a positive tone right from the start. Next, reference your previous email. For example, I wanted to follow up on the email I sent on date regarding the topic. This reminds the recipient of your earlier communication and shows that you're organized. Now, briefly restate your request or question. This keeps your email focused and makes it easy for the recipient to understand your purpose. And finally, always close with appreciation, like thank you for your time and consideration. It wraps your message up on a courteous note. Keeping your follow-up polite and to the point while acknowledging the recipient's potential busyness can really make your communication stand out. Thanks for watching. We hope you learned a little bit about elevating your professional communication.